Oh, yeah.
Whenever you are.
All right.
Don't pay attention to what I said, you said it right.
All right. I'm going to read under the bottom line here. Joyce, call the roll for us, please.
Councilmember Moore.
Present.
Councilmember Sevier.
Present.
Councilmember Fox.
Present.
Councilmember Williams.
Present.
Mayor Durham.
Present.
All present, we have a quorum.
All right, with the quorum present, I'll call this meeting to order. This is our regular scheduled meeting for February the 9th, 2017. And we'll start with a word of prayer and our Pledge of Allegiance. And Chad, if you'll listen to the word of prayer. Robert, if you'll listen to the pledge afterwards.
Let's pray. Father, again, we thank you for this day. We thank you for life today. And Father, as we meet today, I pray that each and every decision that's made would honor and glorify you and would better this community. Father, we thank you for this community and pray that you keep your hand upon us and lead us in all that we do. It's in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Salute the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, guys, in front of you, you got a copy of the minutes of the previous meeting. If there's no additions, changes, or deletions, I'll entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
Motion to approve.
I've got a motion to approve.
Second.
And I've got a second. Any discussion on the minutes? Seeing no discussion, if you're in favor of approving the minutes, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And minutes are approved. I don't have any specific announcements this morning. Chris, I'll turn the table over to you.
I just want to let everybody know that softball sign-ups are continuing through February the 28th at the Parks and Recreation Office, as well as applications for summer employment with Parks and Rec. Also, the state point of contact, Kevin Wall, with the military's 1033 program came down. That's where the police department's obtaining some military surplus equipment. Came in and did an audit. Gave us high praise. Darren, Chief Beecham, and John Sanders done an excellent job keeping track of this surplus items, and they commended us on that and told us to keep up the good work. Also, Jerry's department is painting stop bars in various locations around the city, so just want to urge everybody to be careful on that. Some of the intersections may have cones out, so we're trying to get some of the ones that are more worn painted again. And I'd also like to thank the Rotary Club for providing materials for the picnic shelter at Rotary Park. We're replacing the roof on that. Our guys are doing the work, and Rotary Club's providing the materials on that. Other than that, that's all I had this morning.
One thing I want to throw out on the table today, Chris, if you can get coordinated, is I'd like to have a little spring cleanup around town. And I think it'd be neat if maybe we took about 4 days, maybe 1 day a week for the next 4 weeks or so, at lunchtime, get a little exercise in. I notice as I drive around some of the litter that's on the side of the roads, and it'd be neat to just lead a campaign that sort of help clean up our community. And I'd be glad to be involved in that, to where take a lunch break and like walk down a certain road and pick up litter and debris off a certain road. Maybe have some police protection on that road at that time. I noticed like Hayes Road, I went to drop my kids off at school this morning. It'd just take a lunch break for a team to get together and walk down that road and take care of that. And I think it'd be good exercise for the community and just a little community pride.
And we can do that. And there's a couple of areas that I'd sent Pam an email the other day, especially on the west side of town, where I had noticed the same thing, a lot of litter. And I suggested to Pam that we use the jail program using some of those guys and maybe 1 or 2 of our DPW guys, Parks, Jason upstairs, and just saturating one area, maybe even on a weekend, and hitting some of these properties, like you said, where it's not a specific property owner, it's just litter in general. And so we already kind of have what you're stating in mind of doing some of those areas.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think though, I think the mindset turns to that's not my responsibility to keep our community clean. But I think if we lead the effort and get out and do it, I think it helps instill in people that, hey, it's our responsibility too to keep our community clean, and I think we can be a part of that. And instead of well, we'll just let the prisoners pick it up whenever they get around to it type mindset. So and this is the perfect time because the grass is down. You can see the litter and you can just pick it up more easily. So if we can get that going, I'd be glad to lead that and participate.
That'd be great.
Mayor?
Like I said, there's certain areas that are really
Yeah.
in terrible shape, and we recognize that and are trying to make an effort.
Absolutely.
Mayor, I think you're exactly right. I think some of us have had phone calls this past fall and getting ready to, looking forward to spring whenever 6 more weeks gets here. I think we need to put a plan together, a cleanup plan, and involve our codes department and things like that to really make a conscious effort to make Lawrenceburg as presentable as possible.
Absolutely.
And start with our square and move out. You know, we've got a lot of dilapidated buildings and things like that that are, I don't know what our legal position is, but if, excuse me, we can clean this place up and really make it sharp. We got a lot of road projects gonna be taking place, and so let's try to, Chris, let's try to put something together
Absolutely.
and make a conscientious effort to make a real plan of cleanup this year.
Certainly do that.
Sound good? All right, Chris, you have any more business?
That's all the business I have today. I think we have the new prospect fire chief, the new fire chief here today. Were you wanting to present, or are you just here as a visitor today?
No, sir, just business.
Okay, like to commend you on taking Tyler's position and wish you the best of luck on that.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and from this board, we'd like to thank you for letting us borrow the fire engine, because we're, we're in a pickle and.
Right. You know, we've always had a long-standing, good working relationship with the city of Lawrenceburg, and we intend to keep it that way. And it goes back and forth between both departments.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, good to have you here.
Thank you.
All right, no department managers to report this morning?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we do have a copy of LUS Financial for December on file here. I don't have any old business on the table. We'll move down to new business, and I'll turn the table over to Mr. Betts.
Thank you, Mayor. Item 1, a resolution of the Board of Mayor and Council of the City of Lawrenceburg to authorize a request for qualifications and proposals from professional real estate brokers to list and sell certain properties belonging to the City of Lawrenceburg. That's for your consideration.
All right, what's your pleasure on this resolution, gentlemen? I got a motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. Any discussion on this resolution? Seeing no discussion, if you're in favor of this resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
And opposed, and that resolution is approved.
Next, a resolution of the Board of Mayor and Council of the City of Lawrenceburg to enter into a contract with Jerry Reynolds as architect for the LPRF grant for ADA compliance at Rotary Park. That's for your consideration.
All right, gentlemen, what's your pleasure on this resolution?
Motion to
I
approve.
got a motion to approve
Seconded.
and a second. Any discussion on this resolution?
Have we looked at any other architects for this?
We haven't for this project. Jerry has kind of helped us on and off on this even before we had the grant, looking at some of the deficiencies in Rotary Park, and has kind of led us through this from the beginning. He's not had any work that he's had to charge us for at this point, but he's familiar with the project, and overall, we don't think it's going to be a large-scale engineering project. It's just to help us look at some of the ADA issues and prepare the drawings that will be needed for those improvements.
Is the architect required for the grant? Okay, it's a requirement of the grant.
So how much time do we have to do this?
We have until next February.
So we got a year.
Yes. We need to start on it
Maybe it'll get done.
quicker.
All right, good questions. Any more discussion on this resolution? See no further discussion. If you're in favor of this resolution, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
And opposed? And that resolution is approved.
Next, a resolution to approve the appropriation of nonprofit organizations by the City of Lawrenceburg for the 16-17 fiscal year. The advertisement has run in the newspaper as required by statute, and these are budgeted items. This is just the resolution to actually approve these donations, and that's for your consideration.
Motion to approve.
I got a motion to approve. And a second. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion, if you're in favor of this resolution, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, and that resolution is approved.
Next, gentlemen, a resolution of the Board of Mayor and Council of the City of Lawrenceburg to apply to the state of Tennessee to become a certified local government, and that's for your consideration.
Motion to approve.
I got a motion to approve
Second it.
and a second. Any discussion on this? Chris, you've been working with us on this certified local government, haven't you?
We have in the past, they came and presented to the Historical Zoning Commission meeting earlier this month. They have been here before. Certified Local Government Program basically helps us in applications for grants. They also provide some technical assistance on historical projects and grants. Several communities take advantage of this. They strongly recommend that we apply. There's no cost for it, and the only thing I can see is some benefits that would result from us becoming certified local government.
So does it diminish our abilities as a city to determine what happens inside the historical zone or anything like
It's
that?
not at all.
Is this a state or federal?
State.
State.
Can you define, and maybe it's a dumb question, but can you define certified local government?
That's just the title of the program.
Yeah, you have to, I know I have asked the members of the HZC to, they have to give a little biography on themselves, stating why they think would be qualified, to be a member of the HZC. And they're working on that, and they're supposed to present that to us at the next meeting. And like Chris said, it just helps us with certain aspects. If may get some historical loans, if a person needs some work done on their building, they can apply for help. There's not a lot of them out there right now, but if we could ever get one, it might help us out.
And I'm not sure again why the title is certified local government. It doesn't refer to historical planning, but that's what it basically is. They come in, they evaluate our HCC, give us recommendations on how to make it stronger. The application requires that we show that we're in compliance with, which we already are, with the zoning requirements and the state laws that govern these.
Well, that's the reason I was asking, could you define it? Would it help in other areas too? Since it says certified local government, and that title don't say anything
Right,
about
I think
historical
they
zoning.
just focus, right, they just focus
Yeah, I
on
think
historical.
it's just historical, yeah.
Excuse me, I think we have the STAR program, which is similar, that helps in other grant areas that will cover what you might assume was under a CLG.
Right.
But for more sort of reference.
I think though, from what I got out of reading it, they just certified that's more than just an ad hoc group that's applying for these things. You're actually a qualified, entity of the city and functioning the way you should function.
Yeah.
Those applications. All right. Any other discussion? All right, seeing no further discussion, if you're in favor of this resolution, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, and that resolution is approved.
Next, gentlemen, a resolution of the Board of Mayor and Council of the City of Lawrenceburg to declare certain property in the police department as surplus to be sold at auction on the web. This is a green heavy-duty military trailer that was apparently obtained through the LESO program. That's for your consideration.
Motion to
Got
approve.
a motion to approve.
Second.
And a second. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion, if you're in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, and that resolution is approved.
That's all the business I have today, gentlemen.
All right. Any other councilman have any business?
Mayor, I want to say one thing. Chris mentioned that the girls were signing up for softball at Rotary Park, and at Fox Sporting Goods, children from age 3 through high school can sign up for youth soccer through February the 18th, and children 4 through 12 can sign up for Cal Ripken baseball from now through the end of February. So any parent who has a child interested in baseball or soccer getting out and getting some exercise, which is a good thing, can come down to Fox Sporting Goods and register their children.
Any other announcements? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
This meeting's adjourned.